An Anger Guide. Chapter 1. An Anger Guide. How to minimize conflict. Avoid foolish and senseless controversies, knowing that they breed quarrels. And the servant of the Lord must not be quarrelsome, but must be gentle to all men, an apt teacher, patient, gently instructing his opponents. 2 Timothy 2:23-25. When a conflict arises, make the real problem you even if it isn't. Do unto others as you would want them to do to you. The Golden Rule. If you are living a good life, you feel relaxed, you have nothing to prove to anyone, nor do you feel a need to fight or upstage anyone should a situation develop. To this end, before you ever get into hostile situations, do some of the following things in order to feel good about your life and be calm when things happen. Know yourself. Discover what your true identity is away from cultural conditioning. Try to live a relaxed lifestyle. Identify stress in your life and minimize it. Analyze all the negative thoughts and feelings you have. Try to understand them, then get rid of them. Be a positive, upbeat person. Don't live under any delusions. Be real. Be on good terms with the people around you. Try to culture allies and friends. Try to love life and a few people around you. Try to live a healthy lifestyle. Be inspired about something in life. Whenever you're in a hostile conflict, try the following steps. Slow down for a second. Keep your mouth shut while you analyze the situation. Identify exactly what emotions you're feeling. What is angering you? Try to listen to the other side and empathize. Put yourself in their position. When you speak, try to be non-confrontational. Make it such that you're just trying to solve the problem. Try to cooperate, to make it a win-win situation. Be assertive if you feel you must. Back off if the whole thing is not really a big deal to you. Try to build bridges rather than destroy them. Anger, how to deal with it? Anger is drinking poison and hoping someone else dies. You hurt yourself more than you hurt others. Anger is a symptom of not getting what you want. Life's too short to be angry. Let the feelings flow to release them, then let them go. Make peace with your emotions. Forgive, forget, keep moving forward. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Buddha. He who can keep silent in an argument even though he knows he's right has true power. When angry, count to 10 before you speak. When very angry, count to 100. Thomas Jefferson. In the Bible, Ephesians 4:22-32 deals with anger. Even if you act out of anger and destroy somebody else's life, usually either the repercussions in the real world will destroy or your own sense of decency will make you regret it at some point in time. If you're patient in one moment of anger, you'll escape 100 days of sorrow. Walk away from anger. Work it off. Anger is all about one thing, inner pain that the world is not the way you want it, loss of control in any situation, a feeling of powerlessness, so you react the only way you can by taking it out on yourself via taking it out on people or things around you. You don't need it. Stay cool. Know what the major emotions are, how you deal with them and express them: love, happiness, joy, hate, sorrow, sadness, guilt, shame, jealousy, fear, anger. Everything comes down to how you react to it. If you can remember to stay calm, keep that quiet smile inside and have infinite patience, you can be slow to let anything get to you. Keep your mouth shut about everything before you analyze it. A disciplined tongue doesn't talk much, especially about negative things. It tries to be positive, pleasant, and encouraging. Once you stop and think about a situation for a few minutes, you can usually let it blow off your back and forget about it. The opposite of anger is self-control, good manners and a kindly nature. People know you by your actions. Keep the negative stuff to yourself, deal with it, then let it go. A peaceful mind without anger is the key to mastering your life. Forgiveness is the most divine force on the planet, both for your peace of mind and for the good of the world. You're not fooling anyone when you show anger. Everybody knows you really hate yourself at that time and need some serious soul searching. Depression is anger turned inward, left to fester inside. The best approach is to either talk it out with a trusted person or get away from everybody for a while. My approach is the eraser approach: in one ear, quick analysis, say screw it, it ain't nothing but a thing, then it's gone. I deal with all the negatives in my life by making them disappear out of my mind. Somebody once told me that time heals everything. For some things, you need time to mourn, to give yourself some room for self-pity and grief. Then after a while of moping, you should have the sense to snap out of it and break back into your life. Being grumpy and angry doesn't get you anywhere, because people just see you as an idiot and shut off, and it's hell to pay on your mind for all the space it takes up, and hell on your body with all that excess adrenaline you're releasing that poisons it. Angry people become what they're angry at. It's called projection. Usually you're angry at a personality trait that you have. Frustration is life. Unless you were born with a big silver spoon in your mouth, you can't avoid the hassles of earning a living, and even then, rich people get bored and almost never trust the people who supposedly fall in love with them because they think it's for their money. So bottom line, nobody's immune to hard times and frustration, but it shouldn't necessarily lead to anger. All anger is a state of mind. If you can learn to see life for the big picture and let all the trivial, everyday stuff just blow off your shoulders, you've got it made. But many people get caught up in their own little worlds and let little things skyrocket in their minds until they explode. The old cliche is learn to relax and meditate. Rest the mind and body. Live for peace of mind. There's a technique called progressive relaxation where you lay down and focus on each body part, making it relax as deeply as possible. Truly happy people with peace of mind don't get angry because they have the proper perspective about what really matters. You create your own anger within yourself, therefore you can change it with an act of will if you so desire. It's good to be a passionate person for what you believe in, but once you cross the line into zealousness, extremism, obsession, and anger, you're setting yourself up for a miserable life. Many anger-prone people live in a fantasy world of delusion. They're self-centered, egotistical, dictatorial, authoritative, absolutist jerks who see the world only from their point of view and proceed on with their goals without regard for anyone else until someone or something interferes. Then they get angry, and most of them, unless they're in a position of authority where they can blow up at will, just keep it in and let it fester, having all these fantasies about the person, like what a monster they are and how they'd like to dissect them piece by piece and finally give them a slow, painful death. They never blame themselves for anything that happens, it's always the other person even when they're blatantly wrong. The problem with most anger is the frustration-aggression hypothesis, where people get crapped on at work, but because they're subordinate, they can't do anything about it but let it fester inside, so they go home and take it out on the people they love the most because they're there as convenient scapegoat punching bags. This phenomena is also called the kicking the dog syndrome. When you let things get to you and get tense, it's written all over your face and somber mood. People won't like you and your boss won't promote you. Misery might love company, but normal people don't want to be around downers, so as long as you're a downer, don't expect to be a winner at work. Expressing anger might feel good for the moment in the short term, but it becomes a vicious cycle, and sooner or later, the angry person finds himself alone without any friends or allies at work. In fact, when you act like a jerk, people just don't turn off, they do things to quietly sabotage you to get you back for being a jerk and talk about what a jerk you are behind your back. That's no way to live. All anger is irrational, created in the mind of the person. If you let it, anger will destroy your mind and body, drain you, alienate people, and make you a jealous, miserable person. Every time you get angry, you release adrenaline, which wears the body out, and you put a strain your heart, which has to work extra hard to pump all that angry blood to your head. Just stay calm and deal with whatever comes in a rational, mature manner. Be assertive if you have to get your rights, but don't cross the line into aggression where you put the other person down and attack them personally. Just deal with situations over people. Consider just what's happening in one situation and try to resolve that problem. No matter what happens, the sun always rises the next day, and you have the choice to either take inspired action to create your life or do nothing and stagnate away in bitterness and anger. I've had major negative events happen to me, but I always knew regardless of these things, my life was still my choice on a daily level to either follow my true bliss or destroy myself by sitting around and moping. The biggest cause of all anger is that you feel ripped off, betrayed, abused, or that unreasonable demands are being made on you. That makes people the cause of your anger. Instead of jumping the gun and attributing all manner of negative qualities to the person that screwed you in some way, step back for a second and analyze the situation. It could be several things, maybe just an innocent oversight on their part, maybe they don't even realize that they wronged you, maybe they were having a bad day and did something inadvertently rude, maybe they have to screw you as part of their job to get what they want, maybe they're just low-level, insensitive, harmless jerks, or maybe they're truly poison people who purposely want to screw you for their own insidious satisfaction. The first few cases you can deal with by staying calm, letting it blow over, and giving the person a second chance. If certain people around you continue to make unreasonable demands on you, you have the right to be assertive and stand up for yourself by telling them straight out that they're being jerks. It's up to you how far you want to go to confront people. Whatever you do, always attack the behavior rationally and not the person. I rarely confront people because I have my own peace of mind and don't care that much about the jerks around me if they're being jerks. I just laugh cynically and leave. As for poison people, once you identify them, you have only two choices: to stay away as far as possible or think up a righteous case of vigilante justice. Sometimes it's the only way to teach a jerk a lesson. Anger therapists are quick to say turn the other cheek, forgive and forget, which is fine in most cases, but sometimes revenge is the only way to stop a jerk from screwing other people. Don't blame others for your anger. Analyze yourself, then strive to be a kinder, gentler person. Don't buy into all the psychobabble about how predisposition and upbringing determine anger traits. Anger is a now phenomena, created by you in the moment, so it's your choice if you want to change it. Don't blame anger on something inherent within yourself. It's very easy to live in the rut of anger. It takes work to change it. Find alternative ways to let off steam, like exercise, play piano, get a hobby, go dancing, talk, hit a brick wall with your head, etc. When you do something you really love to do, it frees you from your anger for a while. Then when you've expended yourself and it's all done, your perspective changes. You realize it wasn't such a big deal after all. Try to change your philosophy from one of competition to one of cooperation. Start smiling a bit more. Ultimately, anger will not solve your problems. When you feel yourself getting angry, think about how it's destroying your body. Think tolerance instead of animosity. Realize how foolish it is and how stupid you look being angry, since nobody likes an angry person, not even the one being angry. Carry yourself with respect and dignity. Don't be whiny. Define yourself so that people know where you stand and know that they can't run all over you. If you carry yourself well, the jerks'll know that they can't get one over on you, and if you're calm, people'll know that you're stable, meaning that you'll deal with adversity and disappointment in a rational way without being a jerk about it. When you come face to face with an angry person, disarm them by being calm and speaking quietly. Ask them why are they so uptight or what's wrong, with a tone of sympathy in your voice. They might calm down and open up. Don't be too serious about life. Lighten up, get a sense of humor. Chapter 2. A Relationship Anger Guide. Anger in Relationships 1. Anger is ire, rage, fury, indignation, wrath. A strong feeling of displeasure. An intense emotional state. Loss of self-control. Violence of emotion. Destructive, mad feeling. Feeling of unfair, mean, or shameful acts against you. Intent to revenge or punish. Anger is frustration turned on the world. Anger in relationships is good for a lot of people. It keeps a lot of women and men excited about life and gives them a sense of power over their spouse. They don't want to give up this self-righteous anger because it feels good and powerful, trying to make the spouse guilty and, in effect, keep him or her walking on eggshells like a scared, insecure, neurotic cat. When you yourself are angry, you have gone beyond your anxieties and insecurities about your relationship to elevate yourself to a higher level of power where you feel this person wronged you and now is indebted to you somehow, part of which is the ventilation of your anger on them, which is now perfectly justified because to you, they screwed up. Because this angry feeling of control and power relieves your stress and makes you feel good, a lot of people don't want to give it up, which is why a lot of relationships go on like this in a state of perpetual conflict because the players like it, often both of them playing a back and forth game of unfulfilled expectations, withdrawal, flare ups of anger, fights, back off to cool off, be nice to each other for a bit, then the next round hits and they keep going on ad infinitum. Good people don't get angry at other people. They know life is too short, so they let things pass. When human beings get angry at other people, what they're really doing is being angry at themselves for one reason or another and using this situation or other person to relieve some of the pent-up frustration they have inside. So my point is that when someone blows up at you, don't take it personally. No, it's them with some problem in their life other than you. You're just the scapegoat for it. All anger comes from pain, frustration, and fear that the world isn't going your way. In love, if there isn't a clean, neutral, open atmosphere between you two, there's something underlying always there seething that hasn't been emotionally closed yet, so everything you do, all fights and arguments are tainted by this thing or a series of little transgressions under the superficial exterior. Take for example an affair that was swept under the rug, a superficial apology given but never resolved. The wife doesn't trust her man anymore, so everything she does is tainted by her inability to trust him based on the affair from 5 years ago. When they fight about his smelly socks, she's really fighting about the affair, the fact that he was a dirty rotten bum and didn't resolve it emotionally by really putting himself out to try to get the trust back. We're all self-centered as units. Who you are as a person reflects the relationship. If you're good within yourself, the relationship will reflect that, and if you're a miserable, wretched fool, you will have a bad relationship. Beyond that, there has to be an implicit trust, honesty, and open understanding between the players where the air is completely cleared of all baggage, where the husband understands what pain he caused his wife when he cheated and lets her know by humbling himself, otherwise she won't ever totally forgive him. When there's comfort between two people, you can feel it because they're happy with each other, always doing positive things for each other. I've had it at different points in my life. It's nice when it happens, and all it takes is to restrain all your negative thoughts about her and try to be nice and conversational when you're with her. I can be an angry bastard when life doesn't go my way or someone interferes. I've often kept all my anger in because of my general philosophy of life as meant to be lived. I'd go to the gym angry as hell, lift weights for a few hours, then I got my old perspective back, me expending myself through my body. That's my life as lived when I'm doing something tough and worthy. All the crap of the world fades then when I'm done, nothing bothers me for the rest of the day, and this has made some people think I'm a real nice cool guy, seemingly always stable emotionally, but if they knew what I was really thinking, they'd think I was evil incarnate. So by doing this soulful pursuit to connect to myself, I keep myself centered, and by feeling this way, I'm at peace with myself and don't need to get angry at other people. You have to always clear the air and be gentle. Never keep score about tit for tat. Always have a deep reservoir of love within you. Never put the love on safety mode. Always try to show her your love. Never criticize or find fault with her. Don't take pot shots. Don't let things fume. Always clear the air. It's a two-way street. Once one side comes clean about being a jerk, the other side must forgive and forget. Never take your lover for granted. You must always culture the love. Everybody is angry at one point or another. The easiest thing to take it out on is your lover, whether they're responsible or not. Even if it's their fault, By being angry, you make yourself look bad, you become what you're angry about and it's hell to pay on your mind, body, and soul. My best advice is when you get angry, get the hell out of there. Go play with your dog, take a drive and listen to music, pump iron, run, walk, do anything to change your perspective, then think how great your lover is, or if she's not so great, make the plan to help her change or tell her to leave, and that's it. If you feel anger inside, get it out in a constructive, mature fashion. Always be aware of what negative feelings you may harbor for your mate. Try to avoid seething judgments, accusations, and nitpicky, low blows. You know you're in trouble when that happens. A shopping spree or a night out with the boys may temporarily relieve it, but it's still there seething inside, so it comes back to my formula above: let the anger out via talking it out with your mate. It's that simple. Get your revenge out in your own mind, then let it go at that. If you want self-therapy, sit down and talk to each other about the anger, guilt, and the sadness, what makes each other angry and how the other can alleviate it. Make an honest, verbal commitment to change. To lighten up, show each other your meanest face, then laugh about it. Meditation is supposed to be the key in releasing anger. Imagine yourself tense, then imagine all the anger flowing out of you. Avoid certain pitfalls like the win/lose scenario or the closed-minded, self-righteous stance. Don't make assumptions. People aren't mind readers, bring it out in the open. Don't strive for one single solution. Compromise is the key. Try hashtag 306.8, hashtag 646.78 or HQ734 at the library for books about anger in relationships. Anger in relationships too. Anyone can be angry. That's easy, but to be angry with the right person, to the right degree, at the right time, for the right purpose and in the right way, that is not easy. Aristotle. Love is the opposite of anger, because when you're angry you feel hate in the moment. When people are angry, that's when they need love most, but we're conditioned to fight fire with fire. When somebody angry snaps at us, we snap right back. If you did the counterintuitive response and kept quiet, letting the person ventilate, looking back at him or her meekly, they might see that you're not giving them the fight they expected and wanted, and suddenly feel sheepish about screaming like madmen. But they might not and continue screaming. That's fine. Let your lover get it out of his system, then simply tell him he's right and you'll try to love him more and understand who he is. What more can you really do? Don't antagonize anger with venom of your own. Unless you have a reasonable expectation of your lover getting violent, sit there quietly like a Buddhist monk and let him get it all out of his system, then quietly try to love him. Anger is good to the extent that it's an alarm for the relationship. When you feel anger at your spouse or they express anger at you, it's a good time to slow down, talk about it and analyze why there is such a strong negative emotion there between the two of you. Anger gives you an opportunity to nip it in the bud before it escalates further. When you feel anger or sense it from your lover, the worst thing you can do is sweep it under the rug and pretend it doesn't exist. Bring it out in the open and try to solve it right then and there. Anger is always a sign of pain. It means, you're not loving/respecting me enough lately. Try to get to the heart of the hurt and strive to be more loving, that is, assuming you want to stay in the relationship. Oftentimes, anger is a good way to get out of a relationship without having to explain yourself. A lot of spouses try to purposely get their partner angry so that it makes ending the relationship easier. They just have to say that their spouse is getting too negative and out of control and it's time to split up, when the truth is that they goaded their partner into it because they wanted to get out of the marriage. By far the best way to avoid anger brewing under the surface is talk at a heart-to-heart level on a regular basis. You have to feel for your lover, love them and try to make them feel good. If you can't do this, there's no love there, get out for your own sanity. If you're angry and find yourself with an angry person too, the combination could be volatile, lasting for years, where you use each other as punching bags of sorts. This is not a healthy way to live. Love is possible after anger. In fact, it's common. Most couples get angry with each other here and there, but the successful ones know how to deal with it. Anger can help cement a relationship because through it, you could get closer and understand each other more if you know how to deal with it lovingly and maturely. In order to avoid anger, minimize it and deal with it, implement some of the following points into your relationship. Be loving. Be honest with yourself so you can better understand the relationship. Be mature about the relationship. Deal with problems maturely. Talk to each other about things that matter regularly. Hear each other out. Empathize with your spouse. Don't play tit-for-tat games with each other. Before you express anger, stay silent for a minute while you think the impulse through. Don't provoke your partner into getting angry. Don't hide your anger from yourself. Bring it out in the open. Try to understand it and resolve your issues. When you have problems with each other, don't sweep them under the rug because they'll coagulate and explode at some point in time. Try to talk them out and deal with them as they occur. Be mature. Take responsibility of your thoughts and actions. If you catch yourself doing negative things to anger your spouse, stop, catch yourself, ask yourself why and try to stop doing these things. Do romantic things for your spouse. Spend time with each other in order to connect emotionally. Talk to each other. Strive for peace and some fun in the relationship. Be intimate. Touch each other physically. Apologize when you screw up. Have a laugh together. Don't blame your lover for everything. Don't be critical. Don't hold on to anger. Do things for your lover. Be a solid rock of support. If you get mad at him or her, try to talk it out to clear the air and make an attempt to solve the problem immediately. Anger in relationships. 3. Dante Alighieri made anger one of the 7 deadly sins in his Inferno in 1371, right up there with envy or jealousy. In my opinion, you're either happy, living a relaxed life, or you're not, which means you're frustrated, which is one step away from anger. I feel that the capitalist society we live in makes most of us frustrated and angry because we're indoctrinated to be number one in whatever we do, be the best looking, the strongest, have the most toys, money, etc. And since no one can fulfill all these messages constantly bombarded at us through the media, many of us get frustrated and stay perpetually angry, with this anger always seething below the surface. This is horrible for relationships, this capitalist way of being. People must be more relaxed about their lives, accept themselves and accept the people they love as is without putting conditions or expectations on them, and this is the hard one, without dumping on them, because this is what we do, we dump our frustrations on the ones who can't fight back or the ones less likely to hurt us, not our boss or some stranger on the street but our spouse and kids. Anger is so common, yet it's not sanctioned by polite society, even if you're the one who's right and your anger is justified. So a lot of people get angry at work or angry out in the world dealing with less than polite people, then go home and dump it on their families. Some elements of society are trying to live a holistic lifestyle which focuses on relaxation and pleasing yourself, because when you please yourself, you're less likely to get angry at others. Personally, I have a lot of angst in me. It's just energy, and unless I release it I don't feel good. This could be one reason I'm not in a relationship, because I'm so focused on releasing my natural energy every day and I don't want anybody bothering me. Mike Tyson, the ex-boxer, said he's an intrinsically angry man, but he went from that angry guy to now where he's on YouTube smoking grass acting like a good old boy. He's probably still angry but realized life is pretty good, why be angry and risk going to jail? I feel that if you're living a relatively good life for yourself, you don't have to get angry, but if you do, you can blow it off because it's no big deal. You're pretty happy as is and you know the world is screwed, so you try to stay away from it, but when you make contact with someone who disrespects you, you can blow it off quickly rather than seethe over it. Jails are full of people who seethe over their anger rather than control it. Some people can't escape their anger. They're in a high-pressure workplace or have a near-impossible spouse. My solution is to get out and either find another job or another spouse. Living alone is better than being in a volatile relationship. Fight anger by learning how to talk to, each other without ego getting in the way. Try to talk to each other about your feelings of anger and frustration. Try for a calm, cool, peaceful atmosphere in the house. Don't keep score. Negotiate rather than trying to win. Give a little bit sometimes. Come to agreements on sore points or touchy issues between the two of you. Do not hold grudges or store anger against your spouse because it will build up then explode. You have to clean up the hostility between the two of you or separate for your own sanity. Throwing things and slamming doors don't solve anything. Always think of the unforgivable moment, which is one person saying or doing something so nasty that the other person will never forgive them for it even if they stay together. Try to never lose control enough such that you do this. Don't be intimidated by an angry spouse. Let them know in no uncertain terms, they either get control or you're gone. If you accept disrespect, that means you don't have enough self-respect to stand up to it. Again, do not play a win-lose game of own-upmanship with your husband. It's lethal to the relationship. If you feel threatened by your spouse through either emotional or physical abuse, get out. These people rarely change. It's gone beyond the point of reasonable people when one spouse scares the other. And don't forget, many people are murdered by angry spouses. Don't think in terms of fighting, winning, losing, sarcasm, revenge, etc. The cycle either has to stop through love, tenderness, and forgiveness or get out of the relationship. Healthy people are not martyrs. They don't hang around when another person is being a dip. You don't have to take it. If you're the wife without a marketable skill and he's the breadwinner, that should not be enough to keep you imprisoned there. Get the guts and the power to get a marketable skill, a job, and be independent. If your spouse is in a rage, simply walk away. Come back later. Try to talk reasonably. If they don't or can't, tell them you won't live with someone with a bad temper. Tell them to either get control or you're gone. Refer them to an anger management class if you and they think it will help. One positive thing about spats in general, as long as they're not too fierce but just let off steam, is that they hype you up and raise adrenaline levels such that you can channel all that anger into great sex. Anger in relationships. 4. Never let the sun set on anger. Try to resolve it before you go to bed, or at least talk about it. There's a defense mechanism called displacement which says we can't hurt the ones who have power over us, like our bosses at work or our customers, so we lash out at those closest to us, our loved ones, usually our spouse, kids, and our dogs. It's a dumping complex. Your boss dumps on you at work, you can't dump on him back, so when you get home, you dump on your wife, she dumps on the kids, then everybody's miserable. Watch for this cycle and try to break it. Everybody's angry at one time or another. It's the way modern society is structured. The media tells us to go for the gusto, get what we can out of life, but when we live in cities with lots of other people, everybody's got their own agenda, so we're all running around getting in each other's way and interfering with one another, such that you see people killing other people due to road rage or getting angry if somebody rushes to beat you to the cash out line at the supermarket. All this excess angst has to be released somewhere, and it's often at home with our families, although there are better ways to release anger, like forget about it as quickly as you can and put your angst into your work or doing something positive for yourself like exercise. If you try to keep all your anger in, as many women do, you will explode at some point in time, but barring that you will revert to passive aggression, which means to take out your aggression in seemingly accidental, innocuous ways, like forgetting to buy his favorite coffee or picking him up at 6 o'clock rather than 5 o'clock. You might neglect to clean the house or do little things to annoy him, like run the sewing machine while he's watching his favorite show on TV. Some people don't want to confront the anger inside, so it comes out in other ways, like depression, anger turned inward, anorexia, an attempt to get control in their lives, illness, or relishing in excess to numb the pain, like gorging on food, drinking too much, having an affair, etc. Women, in general, are a misunderstood category of people by men. The stereotypes have women as cheerful housewives happy to be raising kids, but the truth is not so clear-cut. Many women are tired, worn out, feel frustrated in a seemingly thankless job where they're taken for granted and thought by the husband to be on easy street, living a relatively easy life at home while he's slaving away at work, which women resent en masse, not being respected for the amount of work they do as housewives, plus the fact that many women nurse regrets about sacrificing their careers to raise children. Women get postpartum depression after giving birth and depression at any point during the parenting years because they often feel they're losing their essences as individuals in order to parent their kids and keep house. The net result is a lot of passively aggressive women, nice on the outside, fuming on the inside. Some people are angry all the time and take it out in general by being cranky people. They might not take it out on you, but they're not much fun to be with, hollering at everybody from the safety of the car in traffic and being critics of everything in general. The worst angry person is the hot-cold type. He will explode at you, then just when you're ready to leave him, he will calm down for a day or two until he explodes again, and it never ends. You don't have to take it. Leave the bum. My attitude is that leopards rarely change their spots. Angry people in general have a hard time getting calm about life, but some do. In any case, if you're with someone too angry, don't let them drag you down. Get out before it's too late. In a way, anger is a good thing because it focuses on exactly what your personal frustrations are and what the problems are in the relationship, so it's usually very clear what you have to work on. If you're angry, probe yourself to find out why, then either resolve it by talking rationally with your spouse or release it through harmless positive means like exercising, working on your career, painting, etc., something you can get so involved in that it relaxes you and takes you away to a transcendent feeling such that when you're done, you feel happy. All those trivial angry thoughts you held earlier are gone to the bigger picture that life should be lived as a glorious experience. Think of anger as a cry for love. When your spouse is angry at you, it means you're not loving them enough, so look at it as a cry for help and counteract it by loving them more. Apologize when you must, give each other space, and try to be loving in a romantic, easygoing way. If you play own-upmanship games and feel like getting her back all the time for the little things you perceive she does to spite you, if you're not attracted to her anymore and feel you're getting less than you're giving, you will be angry at your perception of the inequity and the feeling of being trapped with someone you don't really like, so the best solution is often to get out for both of your sakes. Most anger is for a trivial, momentary feeling of frustration that will pass if you can have enough patience to hold your tongue for those few minutes you feel like lashing out. A lot of wives and husbands alike play little picky games where they're always picking on their spouse, trying to get their dander up so he will explode and they will have a fight. Such a person is poison. They don't love you. Get out as fast as you can for your own peace of mind. Some people will never change to become positive human beings. Anger being so primal and difficult to change means most angry people don't improve unless they change their entire perspective to become more spiritual and easygoing. If you're with somebody who's angry before the marriage, chances are they won't change after, so cut your losses, leave them before you make a big mistake. I can't think of anything worse than being with a perpetually angry person. If the anger is toxic and he can't seem to change, get out for your own sanity. They have anger management classes people who have been convicted of domestic violence must take, but anger is a primal act. It has to be changed from within, not through any cosmetic academic-based programs out there. Anger in the marriage. Virtually everybody is angry, but no one will admit to it because it seems like the uncoolest thing to do, to admit you're angry and can't control your life. In my opinion, there are cracks in the lifestyle of the traditional family that are the trade secrets of this institution. Nobody ever talks about this dirty little secret of getting married and having kids because we are all supposed to be pro-family, but living with a spouse and kids may not be as fulfilling as we're led to believe. First off, it's a compromise of your freedom to do what you want. Secondly, most women nowadays work as well as raise their kids. Thirdly, after having 1 or 2 kids, most couples don't have much sex anymore. Add money problems and work problems to this and it equals frustration, which can lead to either anger or depression, which is anger turned on oneself, to keep it in and fume about it. In my Free Spirits book, I talk about intensely releasing what you perceive to be your natural store of inspiration every day in a conscious way as the key to life. Most people are not aware that this is what keeps you loose and feeling free. They're on this family trip and frustrated about it. There are a couple of books floating around written by a husband and wife team called The Bitch in the House and The Bastard on the Couch that deal with this quiet anger seething in many households that look all perky and happy on the outside, but there is turbulence underneath. Angry sex. You're having angry sex when you turn her into a sex object, screw her as hard as you can to take out your frustrations, then roll over and go to sleep without any warmth, intimacy, foreplay, or afterplay. If you're the woman, your way to show angry sex is to lay there like a log and not feel anything. You simply take it like a submissive, unfeeling wimp. If you criticize your partner's sexual prowess, you're probably angry at him or her. If you criticize his or her body, chances are you're angry at him or her. If you try to introduce some kinky sex into the relationship that you know she doesn't like, that's you expressing your anger through the veneer of sex. Affairs could be anger to get back at the spouse. Avoiding sex could be a way to show your anger. Angry women often get frumpy and unsexy on purpose to spite their husbands. If the two of you are not sexually attracted to each other anymore, this may be a cause of anger simply because you married to enjoy sex in the first place, and now that that's gone, you probably feel cheated and frustrated that you're stuck with this person who you don't get sexual satisfaction from. If you still have sex but it's not interesting or exciting, this could lead to anger in the relationship. If sex is the only thing you do together and have no real relationship outside of the bedroom, the sex is probably angry because it's not tied into any love between the two of you when it should be. The silent treatment / the fuming spouse waiting to unload anger. I was at my friend's house with a couple of other guys drinking and talking. His wife walked around a bit. I didn't think anything was up until about an hour after we were there when she suddenly exploded. Until then, she was just walking around being quiet. I think the silent treatment is immature. It's anger waiting to explode. Either say it or bury it away. Silence feels like abandonment. If there is a problem, talk it out. You can read other people's cues. They call it passive-aggressive behavior. The silence is a passive way to express anger. Facebook.com/TheseXTalkSeries. TheseXTalkSeries.tumblr.com. Chapter 3. An Anger Wisdom Guide from a Holy Book. Anger in the Bible. If any man offend not in word, he is a perfect man. Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasts of great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindles. James 3:2-5. Cease from anger and forsake wrath, do not fret yourself in any way to do evil. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord shall inherit the earth. Psalms 37:7-9. By patience is a prince persuaded, and a gentle tongue can break a bone. Proverbs 25:15. When two people have a dispute, both are to blame. It will only stop when one has the humility to see that he too is partially guilty of provoking the fight. Everyone who is angry with his brother shall be liable to judgment, whoever insults his brother shall be liable to the council, and whoever says, "You fool," shall be liable to the hell of fire. Matthew 5:22-23. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Galatians 5:22-23. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he who is hasty of spirit exalts folly. Proverbs 14:29. A soft answer turns away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Proverbs 15:1. If you have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, do not boast of it and do not deny the truth. This so-called wisdom descends not from heaven, but is earthly, sensual, devilish. For where envying and strife are, there is disorder and every evil work. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. James 3:14-17. He who guards his lips guards his life, but he who speaks harshly will come to ruin. Proverbs 13:3. The north wind produces rain and a backbiting tongue produces angry looks. Proverbs 25:23. Fear not the harsh words of men, neither be afraid of their insults. For the moth shall eat them up like a garment and the worm shall eat them like wool. Isaiah 51:7-8. Pride only breeds quarrels, but wisdom is found in those who take advice. Proverbs 13:10. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Proverbs 15:1. Pride goeth before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. Proverbs 16:18. Better a patient man than a warrior, a man who controls his temper. Proverbs 16:32. A man of knowledge uses words with restraint, and a man of understanding is even-tempered. Proverbs 17:27. The discretion of a man defers his anger, and it is his glory to overlook a transgression. Proverbs 19:11. A fool gives full vent to his anger, but a wise man keeps himself under control. Proverbs 29:11. An angry man stirs up dissension, and a hot-tempered man commits many sins. Proverbs 29:22. Wrath kills the foolish man, and envy slays the simple-minded one. Job 5:2. A fool's anger is quickly known, but a prudent man ignores insults. Proverbs 12:16. He that is easily angered deals foolishly, and a man of wicked devices is hated. Proverbs 14:17. A wrathful man stirs up strife, but he who is slow to anger calms strife. Proverbs 15:18. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he who rules his spirit is better than he who takes a city. Proverbs 16:32. The beginning of strife is as when water breaks out of a dam. Proverbs 17:14. The discretion of a man defers his anger, and it is his glory to ignore a transgression. Proverbs 19:11. A man of great wrath shall suffer punishment, for if you deliver him, yet you must do it again. Proverbs 19:19. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man you shall not go, lest you learn his ways and get a snare to your soul. Proverbs 22:24-25. Scornful men bring a city into a snare, but wise men turn away anger. Proverbs 29:8. An angry man stirs up strife, and a furious man abounds in transgression. Proverbs 29:22. Be not hasty in your spirit to be angry, for anger rests in the bosom of fools. Ecclesiastes 7:9. Whoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment, and whoever shall say to his brother, you fool, shall be in danger of hell fire. Matthew 5:22. Jesus found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves, and the money changers were sitting there. And when he had made a whip out of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple, along with the sheep and the oxen, and he poured out the changers' money and overturned the tables. And he said to those who sold doves, take these things away, do not make my Father's house a house of merchandise. John 2:14-16. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place to wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord. Therefore if your enemy hungers, feed him, if he thirsts, give him drink, for in so doing you shall heap coals of fire on his head. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. Romans 12:19-21. Be angry and sin not, let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Ephesians 4:26. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and brawling and evil speaking be put away from you, with all malice. And be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake has forgiven you. Ephesians 4:31-32. Now you also put off all these, anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Lie not to one another, seeing that you have put off the old man with his deeds and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. Colossians 3:8. My beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger, for the wrath of man works not the righteousness of God. James 1:19-20. The Book of Proverbs for Anger, written 2,500 years ago. I decided to read the Book of Proverbs and the Book of Ecclesiastes because I had read them as a young man and thought they were really good then. They still are. All the wisdom of life is right there, yet people choose to ignore because it's in the Bible. People ignore the Bible en masse when all the wisdom is right there, but we spend many billions of dollars a year on the stupidest self-help garbage ever. I just heard one where the girl said the universe conspires with you when you're doing something good. If that's true, then everybody would be rich, happy, and successful because everybody thinks they got good intentions. The foolishness never ends, and the line of suckers falling for it never ends either. Slow to anger prayer. Lord God, thank you that you are rich in love and you are slow to anger. As I struggle with problems in my relationship, would you bring deep, rich love to ease the tension between me and my loved one? I ask that I would be slow to anger and possess your patience and kindness. In you, my Savior, I will be happy and blessed. May I look to you for everything I need in this situation. When I do not know what to do or say, may I look to you in faith that you will guide me. May I experience your strength and power. Anger one-liners at gracebibleni.org/proverbs_anger. 2 Peter 3:9. The Lord is patient. Anger of indignation. Become hot. Deuteronomy 32:24. Burning anger. Exodus 32:12. Cain's anger due to envy. Genesis 4. Deuteronomy 4:23-24. For the Lord your God is a consuming fire, a jealous God. Deuteronomy 9:19. Hot displeasure. Do nothing from selfishness or empty conceit, but with humility of mind regard one another as more important than yourselves. Do not merely look out for your own personal interests, but also for the interests of others. Philippians 2:5-8. Ephesians 4:26-27. Be angry and yet do not sin, do not let the sun go down on your anger, and do not give the devil an opportunity. Ezekiel 16:42. So I will calm my fury against you, and my jealousy will depart from you, and I will be pacified and angry no more. Fierce anger. Numbers 25:4. Fierce wrath. 1 Samuel 28:18. Fierce anger. 1 Samuel 20:34. Human relationships are also resolved when there is humility. Philippians 2:3-4. Isaiah 13:9. Behold, the day of the Lord is coming, cruel, with fury and burning anger, to make the land a desolation, and he will exterminate its sinners from it. Isaiah 66:14. God is indignant toward his enemies. Isaiah 13:13. Therefore I will make the heavens tremble, and the earth will be shaken from its place at the fury of the Lord of hosts in the day of his burning anger. James 1:19-20. This you know, my beloved brethren. But everyone must be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger, for the anger of man does not achieve the righteousness of God. Job 42:7. My wrath is kindled against you and against your two friends, because you have not spoken of me what is right, as my servant Job has. Kings 23:26. However, the Lord did not turn from the fierceness of his great wrath with which his anger burned against Judah, because of all the provocations with which Manasseh had provoked him. Numbers 11. The anger of the Lord was kindled against the people, and the Lord struck the people with a severe plague. Proverbs 27:4. Wrath is fierce and anger is a flood, but who can stand before jealousy? Proverbs 19:19. A man of great anger will bear the penalty, for if you rescue him, you will only have to do it again. Proverbs 21:19. It is better to live in a desert land than with a contentious and vexing woman. Proverbs 12:16. A fool's anger is known at once, but a prudent man conceals dishonor. Proverbs 6:34-35. For jealousy enrages a man, and he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not accept any ransom, nor will he be satisfied though you give many gifts. Proverbs 10:26. Like vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is the lazy one to those who send him. Proverbs 17:25. A foolish son is a grief to his father and bitterness to her who bore him. Proverbs 24:19-20. Do not fret because of evildoers or be envious of the wicked, for there will be no future for the evil man, the lamp of the wicked will be put out. Proverbs 19:12. The king's wrath is like the roaring of a lion. The Lord smote him with leprosy, and he remained a leper to the day of his death. Proverbs 16:14. The fury of a king is like messengers of death, but a wise man will appease it. Proverbs 30:33. For the churning of milk produces butter, and pressing the nose brings forth blood, so the churning of anger produces strife. Proverbs 15:18. A hot-tempered man stirs up strife, but the slow to anger calms a dispute. Proverbs 22:14. The mouth of an adulteress is a deep pit, he who is cursed of the Lord will fall into it. Proverbs 24:24. He who says to the wicked, you are righteous, peoples will curse him, nations will abhor him. Proverbs 25:23. The north wind brings forth rain, and a backbiting tongue, an angry countenance. Proverbs 15:1. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Proverbs 14:35. The king's favor is toward a servant who acts wisely, but his anger is toward him who acts shamefully. Proverbs 22:8. He who sows iniquity will reap vanity, and the rod of his fury will perish. Proverbs 22:24-25. Do not associate with a man given to anger, or go with a hot-tempered man, or you will learn his ways and find a snare for yourself. Proverbs 29:8. Scorners set a city aflame, but wise men turn away anger. Proverbs 29:9. When a wise man has a controversy with a foolish man, the foolish man either rages or laughs, and there is no rest. Proverbs 19:3. The foolishness of man ruins his way, and his heart rages against the Lord. Proverbs 14:29. He who is slow to anger has great understanding, but he who is quick-tempered exalts folly. Proverbs 15:18. A hot-tempered man stirs up strife, but the slow to anger calms a dispute. Proverbs 19:11. A man's discretion makes him slow to anger, and it is his glory to overlook a transgression. Proverbs 16:32. He who is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he who rules his spirit, than he who captures a city. Proverbs 29:22. An angry man stirs up strife, and a hot-tempered man abounds in transgression. Proverbs 27:3. A stone is heavy and the sand weighty, but the provocation of a fool is heavier than both of them. Psalm 7:11. God is a righteous judge and a God who has indignation every day. Psalm 37:7-11. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him, do not fret because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who carries out wicked schemes. Cease from anger and forsake wrath, do not fret, it leads only to evil doing. For evildoers will be cut off, but those who wait for the Lord, they will inherit the land. Yet a little while and the wicked man will be no more, and you will look carefully for his place and he will not be there. But the humble will inherit the land and will delight themselves in abundant prosperity. Riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. Proverbs 11:4. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. Proverbs 11:23. Anger one-liners at BibleStudyTools.com/topical-verses/anger-Bible-verses Ephesians 4:26-31. 26 In your anger do not sin, do not let the sun go down while you are still angry. 27 And do not give the devil a foothold. 28 Anyone who has been stealing must steal no longer, but must work, doing something useful with their own hands, that they may have something to share with those in need. 29 Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. 30 And do not grieve the Holy Spirit of God, with whom you were sealed for the day of redemption. 31 Get rid of all bitterness, rage, and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. James 1:19-20. 19 My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this, everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak and slow to become angry. 20 Because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. Proverbs 29:11. 11 Fools give full vent to their rage, but the wise bring calm in the end. James 1:20. 20 Because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. Proverbs 19:11. 11 A person's wisdom yields patience, it is to one's glory to overlook an offense. Ecclesiastes 7:9. Do not be quickly provoked in your spirit, for anger resides in the lap of fools. Proverbs 15:1. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Proverbs 15:18. A hot-tempered person stirs up conflict, but the one who is patient calms a quarrel. Colossians 3:8. But now you must also rid yourselves of all such things as these: anger, rage, malice, slander and filthy language from your lips. James 4:1-2. 1 What causes fights and quarrels among you? Don't they come from your desires that battle within you? 2 You desire but do not have, so you kill. You covet but you cannot get what you want, so you quarrel and fight. You do not have because you do not ask God. Proverbs 16:32. Better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes a city. Proverbs 22:24. Do not make friends with a hot-tempered person, do not associate with one easily angered. Matthew 5:22. But I tell you that anyone who is angry with a brother or sister will be subject to judgment. Again, anyone who says to a brother or sister, Raka, is answerable to the court. And anyone who says, you fool, will be in danger of the fire of hell. Psalm 37:8-9. Refrain from anger and turn from wrath, do not fret, it leads only to evil. 9 For those who are evil will be destroyed, but those who hope in the Lord will inherit the land. Psalm 7:11. 11 God is a righteous judge, a God who displays his wrath every day. 2 Kings 11:9-10. 9 The commanders of units of 100 did just as Jehoiada the priest ordered. Each one took his men, those who were going on duty on the Sabbath and those who were going off duty, and came to Jehoiada the priest. 10 Then he gave the commanders the spears and shields that had belonged to King David and that were in the temple of the Lord. 2 Kings 17:18. 18 So the Lord was very angry with Israel and removed them from his presence. Only the tribe of Judah was left. Proverbs 14:29. Whoever is patient has great understanding, but one who is quick-tempered displays folly. Anger Bible websites. Bible.cc/acts/15-39.htm. Bible.cc/Daniel/2-12.htm. Bible.cc/Proverbs/19-3.htm. A man's own folly ruins his life, yet his heart rages. BibleLexicon.org/Daniel/2-12.htm. Because of this the king became indignant and very furious and gave orders to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. dcn.davis.ca.us/go/gbcc/sermon_trans/1997/christ_cures_anger.html. Christ cures anger. DougBrittonBooks.com/online Bible studies -ir Redationunder management. What God says in the Bible Butanger.php. Irritation and anger management / preventing anger antidotes to anger.php. Chapter 4. Some secular anger one-liners. Some anger one-liners at proverbicals.com/anger. A hungry man is an angry man. A lover's anger is short-lived. A foolish man may be known by 6 things: anger without cause, speech without profit, change without progress, inquiry without object, putting trust in a stranger and mistaking foes for friends. Always keep calm in an emergency. An angry man opens his mouth and shuts his eyes. An angry man is again angry with himself when he returns to reason. Publius. Anger is a killing thing, it kills the man who angers, for each rage leaves him less than he had been before, it takes something from him. Anger as soon as fed is dead, 'tis starving makes it fat. Anger is a wind which blows out the lamp of the mind. In the examination of a great and important question, everyone should be serene, slow-pulsed and calm. Anger and intolerance are the twin enemies of correct understanding. Anger is a short madness. Anger has no eyes. Anger can be an expensive luxury. Anger is one of the sinews of the soul, he that wants it hath a maimed mind. Anger is as a stone cast into a wasp's nest. Anger is a momentary madness, so control your passion or it will control you. Anger is a brief lunacy. Anger is the most impotent of passions. It affects nothing, it goes about and hurts the one who is possessed by it more than the one against whom it is directed. Lord Clarendon. Anger begins with folly and ends with repentance. Anger itself does more harm than the condition which aroused anger. Anger is the thorn in the heart. Anger is a bad counselor. Anger, an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. Marcus Annius Seneca. Anger is often more hurtful than the injury that caused it. Anger is an expensive luxury in which only men of a certain income can indulge. St. Gregory. Anger is never without an argument, but seldom with a good one. Anger is like those ruins which smash themselves on what they fall. Marcus Annius Seneca. Anger ends in cruelty. Be angry and yet do not sin, do not let the sun go down on your anger. Bitterness is like cancer. It eats upon the host. But anger is like fire. It burns it all clean. By getting angry, you show you are wrong. Every time you get angry, you poison your own system. Alfred A. Montepert. For every minute you are angry you lose 60 seconds of happiness. Hatred is a settled anger. He best keeps from anger who remembers that God is always looking upon him. He that would be angry and sin not, must not be angry with anything but sin. He who slowly gets angry will stay angry for a long time. If you are patient in one moment of anger, you will escape 100 days of sorrow. If a small thing has the power to make you angry, does that not indicate something about your size? If an enemy is annoying you by playing well, consider adopting his strategy. If you kick a stone in anger, you'll hurt your own foot. In the midst of great joy do not promise to give a man anything, in the midst of great anger do not answer a man's letter. It is better to walk fast than to grow angry at the forest. Keep cool, anger is not an argument. Daniel Webster. Man should forget his anger before he lies down to sleep. Most men's anger about religion is as if two men should quarrel for a lady they neither of them care for. My mother used to say, "He who angers you conquers you." Never write a letter while you are angry. Never go to bed angry, stay up and fight. No one is as angry as the person who is wrong. Not the fastest horse can catch a word spoken in anger. One word spoken in anger may spoil an entire life. Our faults irritate us most when we see them in others. Postpone today's anger until tomorrow. Speak when you are angry and you will make the best speech you will ever regret. Ambrose Bierce. The anger of a woman is mighty and the devil's trickery weak. The intoxication of anger, like that of the grape, shows us to others, but hides us from ourselves. The deferring of anger is the best antidote to anger. The anger of a person who is strong, can always bide its time. The greatest remedy for anger is delay. The best answer to anger is silence. The angry hammer works off his fury on the steel. The angry man will defeat himself in battle as well as in life. The more anger towards the past you carry in your heart, the less capable you are of loving in the present. The great anger dwells only in the bosom of fools. The anger of the prudent never shows. The flame of anger, bright and brief, sharpens the barb of love. There are two things a person should never be angry at, what they can help and what they cannot. There was never an angry man that thought his anger unjust. St. Francis de Sales. There's nothing wrong with anger provided you use it constructively. Time is anger's medicine. To act in anger is like tying up a ship in a storm. To spend the night in anger is better than to spend it repenting. To rule one's anger is well, to prevent it is better. Whatever is begun in anger, ends in shame. Benjamin Franklin. When anger comes, does wisdom go? When sheep get angry they are worse than wolves. When angry, count 4, when very angry, swear. Mark Twain. When angry, count to 10 before you speak. If very angry, count to 100. Thomas Jefferson. When the rain falls in the valley, the hill gets angry. When anger and revenge get married, their daughter is called cruelty. When I am angry I can pray well and preach well. When you are angry, don't go to a lawyer. When you are hungry, don't be a poet. Better a night full of anger than a night full of repentance. When the wise man gets angry, he stops being wise. Whenever you are angry, be assured that it is not only a present evil, but that you have increased a habit. Epictetus. Anger one-liners at quoteproverbs.com/anger. Don't get angry. A hungry man is an angry man. Anger is as a stone cast into a wasp's nest. No one is as angry as the person who is wrong. Don't speak or act immediately when you are angry, wait a bit. Come not between the dragon and his wrath. The best answer to anger is silence. When angry, count to 10 before you speak. If very angry, count to 100. Postpone today's anger until tomorrow. For every minute you are angry you lose 60 seconds of happiness. Anger is the one thing made better by delay. Postpone today's anger till tomorrow. If you are patient in one moment of anger, you will avoid 100 days of sorrow. When you are angry, take some time before you speak. Never write a letter while you are angry. Even a fly has its anger. Anger one-liners at inspirationalstories.com/proverbs/t/on-anger. A soft answer calms the wrath. A short temper is a disadvantage. A man who lets his problems get the better of him is like a man who divorces his wife the first time she makes him angry. A brother's wrath is a devil's wrath. All time spent angry is time lost being happy. Anger brings loss. Anger excites. Anger is the thorn in the heart. Anger cannot stand without a strong hand. Anger is as a stone cast into a wasp's nest. Anger is the only thing to put off till tomorrow. Anger is more hurtful than the injury that caused it. Anger is like a thorn in the heart. Angry cats get scratched skin. Before an angry face keep your mouth shut. Both cheap and angry. By getting angry, one shows that she is wrong. Drunkenness and anger speak truthfully. Even a small mouse has anger. He who gets up in anger, sits down with a loss. If patience hides something, anger won't search and get. Rage is without reason. Short folk are soon angry. The mountain makes the horse suffer, anger makes oneself suffer. There is no point of nurturing an anger inside us. Just let it go. There is no thing wickeder than a woman of evil temper. There's no defense against the wrath of God. To get rid of anger, first weed out the bitter roots. Galatians 2:20. I have been crucified with Christ, and it is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me, and the life which I now live in the flesh I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself up for me. Chapter 5. An Anger Website Guide. Anger Websites 1. Angerclassonline.com. apa.org/pubinfo/anger.html, controlling anger before it controls you. 4therapy.com/consumer/life_topics. aggressionsmanagement.com. angermanagementseminar.com, 800-477-8191. angermanagement.com. angry.org. angermanagement.selfempowermenteveryday.com. angerclassonline.com, online anger management classes. ansmith.com/lecturetopics.htm. apa.org/topics/controlanger.html. coping.org/anger/rage.htm. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/anger. focusas.com/anger.htm. heartlight.org. howlandgroup.com/anger.htm. mkdowney.com/speaking.html. nutritionaltest.com/stressnews2.html. orderbcalmd.com. rohragers.com/moreabout.htm. sproutingjoy.org/anger.html. successunlimited.co.uk/rage.htm. topcondition.com/images/my-mind-field/anger_management.htm. vitaznc.com/depression_and_anger. Anger Websites 2. ajnovicgroup.com. AJ Novick Group offers anger and stress management classes for adults, adolescents, businesses and court referrals. They also offer workshop programs, home study courses and professional training. Anger-management-techniques.org. Anger Management Techniques offers tips and techniques for anger control and management. Contains articles, tips, and contact details. AngrySouth.com. Talk, trust, and feel therapeutics, help to improve relationships and work out anger in positive ways. CompassionPower.com. Compassion Power offers workshops and programs to reduce anger, resentment and violence. Includes articles, statistics, and reviews. HelpSelf.com/control.htm. HelpSelf.com, providing solutions for controlling the stress that can cause rage and tools for understanding and managing anger. QueenDom.com/test/personality/anger_access.html. Anger Profile, a free anger management test scored online. Evaluates the ability to deal with anger in various types of situations. realhope.com/free_tips.php #express, expressing anger constructively, advice from realhope.com, a commercial site offering a marriage manual and workshops. therops.com, therapeutic options, crisis intervention, aggression prevention, and violence restraint. A comprehensive and sensible approach to reducing violence. Targets healthcare and educational environments. Why is everyone so cranky.com, Why is Everyone So Cranky, book by Leslie Charles, which outlines the 10 social trends that have created the anger epidemic of our culture and how to combat it. Wowzone.com, Wowzone, a model for positive social change and evolution. Anger Websites 3. betterdaysandnights.com/workbook-1-about-anger2.pdf, Anger Management Course Workbook. carlton.ca/cjdml/wp-content/upload/anger-workbook-final.pdf, Anger Management, Client Handbook Series. contextualcience.org/files/act%20 for %20 anger %20 group %20 final.pdf, acceptance and commitment therapy anger group. defori.com/pdf/anger management techniques ebook.pdf, anger management techniques. headway.org.uk/media/3994/managing-anger-e-booklet.pdf, Managing Anger After Brain Injury. ibr.tcu.edu/wp-content/upload/2013/09/tma05og-anger-cj.pdf, Understanding and Reducing Angry Feelings, a collection of materials for leading counseling sessions in correctional settings that encourage new ways of thinking about and responding to anger. mensline.org.au/how-to-deal-with-anger/management-toolkit, Anger Management Toolkit. mentalhealth.org.uk/site/default/files/boiling point.pdf, Boiling Point, Problem Anger and What We Can Do About It. mind.org.uk/information-support/types-of-mental-health-problem/anger/about-anger, How to Cope with Anger. moodjuice.scot.nhs.uk/pdf-guide/anger.pdf, Problems with Anger Self-Help Guide. nomsintranet.org.uk/row/official-document/SWMPT%sign 20 anger%sign 20 Anger Management Workbook, to address anger management. seasonsTherapy.com/wp-content/upload/2013/12/what-causes-anger.pdf, Anger Management Workbook. store.samhsa.gov/product/anger-hyphen-management-for-substance-abuse-and-mental-health-pep1-9-002-001, Anger Management for Substance Abuse and Mental Health Clients, a Cognitive Behavioral Therapy Manual. store.samhsa.gov/product/anger-hyphen-management-for-substance-use-mental-health-clients-participant-workbook/pep1-9-002-001-002, Participant Workbook. web.ntw.nhs.uk/self-help/leaflets/controlling%sign 20 anger.pdf, Controlling Anger, an NHS Self-Help Guide. welbang-glasgow.org.uk/wp-content/upload/2015/06/anger-03-15.pdf, Having Problems with Your Temper. Anger Management Websites. namazs.org, National Anger Management Association. aggresszionmanagement.com. angermanagementresource.com. angermanagement.com. growthgroups.com/angermanagement. organizationalearning.htm. ariselifeskills.wordpress.com/tag/anger-management. e-angermanagement.com. gtcpro.com/gtcpro/everything-sales-skills/managing-and-garretwork.pdf. living-full-out.com. mediationworks.com/mti/cert-conf/angermanagement.htm. psychforums.com/anger-management/topic29728.html. sensiblепsychology.com/improving_anger.htm, Controlling Anger in Relationships. yoga-age.com/modern/anger.html, Conquest of Anger. A list of anger management websites at blog.feedspot.com/anger_management_blogs. alveragescience.com/anger-management. angercoach.com/anger-management-blog. angermanage.co.uk/blog. angermanagementcoaches.com. angermanagementresource.com/anger-management-blog.html. atlantatreatmentcenter.blogspot.com. beatinganger.com/blog. blog.whatsgoodabutanger.com. guystuffcounseling.com/counseling-men-blog/topic/anger-management. sciencedaily.com/news/mind_brain/anger_management. theconversation.com/global/topics/anger-5461. valiantgermanagement.com/blog. blog.feedspot.com/anger_management_forums. blog.feedspot.com/anger_management_RSS_feeds. Anger and violence at work websites. AAAfoundation.org, AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety, Road Rage, and Aggressive Driving. 4therapy.com. Alternate.org/workplace/24796. apa.org/monitor/JulaUG01/deskrage.html. cartoons.talk.com/directory/w/work_rage.asp. ccrllc.com/images/workstation-acoustics-rage.pdf. globalfind.net/management_176/workplace-violence-people-are-dying-going-to-work. howlandgroup.com/anger.htm. hrgopher.com. sproutingjoy.org/anger.html. successunlimited.co.uk/rage.htm. theproductivitypro.com. tierregistry.com/violence.htm. uky.edu/police/workplace.html. womenincrisis.info. workplaceviolence911.com. workplace-violence-hq.com. Apology websites. It doesn't matter what the conflict is, if you're too proud or too angry to apologize, your relationship will never get over it and move on. agoodhusband.net. askdr.robert.com/apologize.html. associatedcontent.com/article/59562/how_to_effectively_apologize_to_your.html. buildingfoundations.net/reviews-of-apology-example. ehow.com/how_2321651_apologize-wife-class-creativity.html. ehow.com/how_521912_apologize-someone-love.html. ehow.com/how_7885353_apologize-husband-your-not-wrong.html. experience-project.com/question-answer/how-do-I-for-his-for-just-isn't-good/9488. easyarticles.com. How to apologize. forgivemecards.com. fourhourmarriage.org. fsospouse.blogspot.com. goodtherapy.org/blog/apologizing-to-your-spouse. healyhourmarriage.com. hubarticle.com/category article-relationships-0.html. hubpages.com/hub/ways-to-apologize. improvio-urq.blogspot.com/2006/importance-of-apologizing-how-to-do-it.html. improving-our-world.com/relationships/how_to-apologize_your-0010001.html. infidelitysurvivor.com/how-to-apologize. letterlover.net/order/sample-apology. lifegemsformarriage.com. lostehourpartner.com. passiveaggressivehusband.com/husbands-apology. perfectapology.com. personal-development.com/chuck/apologizing.htm. projecthappilyeverafter.com. quotegarden.com/sorry.html reference.com/motif/health/apologizing-to-someone savelovetoday.com signscheating.com/how-to-forgive-a-cheating-husband.html smalley.cc/how-to-apologize-effectively-in-3-sentence sparklytospouse.blogspot.com theadventurouswriter.com/quipstips-relationships/how-to-your-spouse-after-a-money-fight thagatexback.com/apologizing-can-get-someone-back.php thirdage.com/marriage/how-to-apologize wikihow.com/apologize-for-cheating-on-your-partner yourloveback.com/tag yourrelationshipsaver.com